Just, I don't know if you heard there from the field announcement that Aaron Maritz is the man of the match, the left wing from King David Lingsfield. He did run with determination each time he got hold of that ball, and he scored that match-winning try as well. So congratulations to Aaron Maritz. Thank you for your support, and thank you for allowing me to be part of your spectator structures today, wherever you've been watching this last game from Hoërskool de Wilges and King David Lingsfield. Credit to both their schools. Well played, boys, and hold your heads up high. It was a great game that we've enjoyed. The second game here at Heron Bridge Rugby Festival, the Standard Bank Heron Bridge Rugby Festival. So thank you for your time with me. My name is Barry Wilson, and I've enjoyed supporting these two young teams. We'll chat to you next time again. See you during the weekend.
Caden! Caden! Nice group, but when you get to wait, it's just...
By constantly interfere on the efforts to send men into an office, negative way to make a positive difference, the results need to be well-balanced individuals. On the other side of the field will be the King Edward, the sort of school invitational team, and this is one of the top public schools in the country, situated on a magnificent campus in the heart of Upper House in Johannesburg. It consists of beautiful old traditional national monument buildings, complemented by state-of-the-art children and cultural facilities. And King Edward is proud of record of producing quality leaders in all spheres of endeavour. This tradition continues today and is recognized by the graduate course captain Graham Smith. They also produce Brian Abana and the current hooker with the Springbok, Malcolm Mack.
Offline.
This one is match number 3. The King's Invitational against the Paarl Boys High Invitational team. Your referee is Mr. Christy Erasmus.
Good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Barry Wilson. I have the honour of commentating here this third game, and that is at the Standard Bank Heronbridge Rugby Festival 2022. And what an exciting game we can look forward to. Two well-known names in Paarl Boys High Invitational and KES Invitational as well. Christo Erasmus, the referee, gets the game underway, and it's gone deep into the KES 22. Good recycling of the ball here through KES. And charge down and try. Well, that's a way to start the game. That means, just shows you what following up can do. Number 8 it is. This is going to be rather interesting, seeing that we don't know these players and they don't have any numbers. So number 8, I believe, Carly Adonis, is the man that actually went over for his team. Good follow-up and charge down, so well-deserved try. We'll try and keep you up to date with who is, but I'm sure if you're sitting at home and you're a Paarl Boys High Invitational supporter, you'll know exactly who you're screaming for. Otherwise, scream for the team in blue and white if that's your team of support. So KES from the deep kickoff are having to make sure that they get themselves back on the scoreboard. Right, so very good there. The conversion going well as well, so Paarl Boys off to a very quick start after 1.5 minutes, 7-0 on the scoreboard, and taking pressure off. Right, KES on the attack here. And referee has agreed with the sideline. Well, he's saying Paarl Boys had come off their feet and gone over. This is Christo Erasmus, and this gives KES an opportunity to actually now take that pressure off and get into the Paarl Boys half and settle down inside their half. 10 meters forward, so long as that is going forward, is what is important in this game of rugby. So please excuse us here, ladies and gents, as both sides aren't wearing any numbers at the moment, and we respect that. So we will try and get to know each of these players as the game progresses. But I'm sure you at home are more interested in the results of the teams, and you will identify your individual players. Some great running down the touchline and back inside to Paarl Boys. And that was great running by the Paarl, I believe, left wing. The white scrum cap, and feeding inside for a great offload try. Lyle Orenser is the man that seemed to have crossed over for that try, and Lyle Orenser is the fullback from Paarl Boys Invitation.
Lyle Orenser is the player for that time, and this is in the 4th minute of the game.
Just for KES, and it all started from that deep kickoff from the very start, and yeah, it just puts that side on the back foot. And that put them on the back foot, and they've struggled to recover. They had the penalty advantage, and turnover ball got Paarl boys are on the attack again. That's a great effort and a great touchline kick.
It's like a fair jump and you can be in the camera.
So Ruben van der Merwe with that conversion, and right, Paarl boys on the attack again, crossing that advantage line. Right, up and under again. And deep into the KES half. He has gained some 10-15 meters by running the ball back, and well done to this young man. Can Scrum-Off get this ball out? And knock on there, turnover ball for Paarl boys. Jordan Clark is the Scrum-Off for KES, as we try and follow the match program here with you. Right, knock on there, so this is time for Paarl boys, and looks like Hugo van Zyl will be putting this ball in to restart the match. And nice attacking option here. Where are we going here? I see Ruben van der Merwe at 10 is starting to call some moves here. Is this a dummy call, or is 8 going to be picking up, or has Ruben got a backline move here? Referee Erasmus also wanting to take the safety factor first, and clearly instructing the teams there to please respect those calls and safety matters, and having to correctly recall the set scrum. Ruben van der Merwe at fly half, calling for the ball. A good scrum from Paarl boys. Ruben takes it up close and flat on the advantage line through the hands. A dummy run from the centres, and out it goes again. A look went out to Shannon Lee Simons. I believe he's the young man with the white scrum cap. Into touch and well defended. Getting across well was KES to make sure that those attacking flair of the Paarl boys out wide were nullified. And here we go again. KES, can they win their line out and secure and take advantage of? They do so justly. They off the top though. That always creates a very quick pressure, but well regrouped. They have secured it again. Pick and go, but Paarl boys Invitational pillars are standing solid. Roll away once the tackle's been made, says referee Erasmus, and clearly indicating there that was a tackle and lie there. So once you've done your good work, make sure that you're up and again in the game and involved. Constructive call by referee Erasmus, and that's gained a good 25-30 meters, so we're almost on the halfway line now. (14-0) to Paarl boys High. Referee Erasmus calls that is skew, that it's not straight. Well taken at the back of the line out for variation, and unfortunate there. but slightly off the mark, so Paarl Boys High Invitational have taken the option of the line out. That as well has gone right over the top, so over the 15 game on, and still on the side of the Paarl side, taken up pillars. A great tackle from KES. That is the way to tackle. Get your head and arms on the right side and right around the legs. You can't run without them. Paarl looking for the gap, and he's found it. And Paarl Boys get the advantage. Release, and no clear release there with the Paarl Boys, 3 of them on one man, and trying to regain possession of the ball and holding on to. Right, advantage again for Paarl Boys Invitation. Here we go down to inside the 22. They've been good in their lineouts, and let's see now if they can have a set piece off this lineout. Maybe a set piece drive. Let's see where they go. They're about 10 meters out. Up they go. Oh, and spoken too soon, but they still won it, and they still going forward. Very short, inside the 5 meter, 2 meters short of the try line now. Can Paarl Boys High Invitation recycle? Defense patterns needed. Referee's arms out for advantage, but are they going to need the referee's advantage, or are they going over? Still playing the advantage, but he's bringing them back. Now, judging by the last scrum, if Paarl Boys had to go for the scrum option, they were extremely dominant in that, but they've chosen the line-out option, and let's hope that their call works out better this time round than the last time. I'm sure it will. Scrum option could have been a good call there. They had been dominant and would have given their number 8, Cody Edwardus, an opportunity to look at that corner flag if he picked up and went. But the Paarl Boys know what works for them, and they're going for their line out, which again has gone over the top, but they still gain advantage, still inside the 5 meters. Can KES hold? Can KES hold? Referee says he can see the ball, and it's short of the line. It's held up. Held up. And he's bringing them back for 5 meter scrum. Attacking play, so Paarl Boys Invitation will put that in. This is what I referred to earlier, and let's see now if the dominance in the scrum can give Cody Adonis at number 8 an opportunity. The KES blindside flanker better be watching. He's got his head up. He's looking to see if there's any break around blind. "13 minutes gone, 14-0 is the score to Paarl Boys High Invitation." Free kick and short arm. Here it is, taken from the mark. Please, young man, call the scrum again if you can. But they're going for a set move that they've practiced and rehearsed. Unfortunately, not everyone in position for that. But KES have turned it over. And clearance kick under pressure. Ruben van der Merwe gets the ball out wide. And good recycling. But KES are attacking on defense, and they've gained 30 meters from that. Left wing there in Shane Lee Simonsa seems to be full of running. But give credit to KES there for absorbing the pressure inside that 5 meter line of theirs for the last 5 minutes, and then clearing and advancing on defense, and now getting the turnover penalty. So well done to KES for standing tall and defending that try line bravely. Gives them the long time since they've been into the Paarl Boys High Invitational half, and they're on the 10-meter line. And have they got something in the bag now that they can take forward and try and get back onto the scoreboard? Off the top of the line out, it's called skew, and obviously referee's right there, and seeing it's off the mark. So he's given the option, and the option taken by Paarl Boys to rather scrum than actually have the throw in at the line out. This looks like Hugo van Zyl to put the ball in. Consistency, your referee has warned the men at set time, so one each now. He's given the short arm. And KES have had the opportunity from that, so they also have regained the advantage from their line out. It wasn't successful. Taking it up powerfully now. Crossing the advantage line. Paarl Boys driving through. And referee saying diving off their feet. And that would have been for the original infringement going off their feet at ruck time. Could have been called a little earlier. No disrespect to referee Erasmus, but he wanted to see where that ball was coming out, and KES were off their feet in their advanced play. Back to Ruben van der Merwe, the number 10 for Paarl. So KES have had a good sniff there of what it's like to be on the attack. A little bit of over-eagerness, and diving in at the man on the ground has now got them to be back in their half defending. Paarl Boys High on the 10-meter line, ready for the throw-in, and that'll obviously be by hopefully Daniel Kuchlenberg. Let's see what the call is here. Daniel calling his men to open the line out, keep that gap. And over the top again, but taken well. That looks like Cody Adonis that drove that up. Some very good hunting at the breakdown by the KES boys, and you need those clearer outs if you're going to have your runners. And taking up was Paarl Boys, but one or two of the jockeys that were supposed to be on their fence back were lagging a bit, which gave the KES boys plenty of opportunity and time to get their hands on that ball. That's a good kick, and that has really now taken KES halfway between their 22, the Paarl 22 and their 10-meter line, and a good gaining kick there. And let's see now. They need to win this line out, does KES. Invitation. KES Invitation have won their line out. So well taken off the top. Working it through the hands. Powerful leg running there. And now stay on your feet, and now let's get that ball through the hands again. Good defense patterns from Paarl Boys High.
Get off the line! Get off the line!
There are numbers here. Straighten up somebody. Unintentional. He was trying to get his arm around for that ball, and referee just calmly saying, blowing the laws, and just saying, I have to blow that. Not intent, and trying to gain for that ball, but it is deemed a penalty. So it hasn't reached touch again, so that means Paarl have the opportunity to take the pressure off. That's why those penalty kicks are so... So there we go. So the ball was out, and referee is going to have to come back for the touch.
Yes, yeah.
Thanks, coach.
Let's all just remember it's a young man, and he isn't a qualified AR, so I will defend him and take the pressure off him. He's just there because he was given the flag to run and say when the ball's out. And his job is to rather play the game. So don't worry, young man. That's part of learning experience. KES have won the line out. Late tackle. Game has been focusing on the rugby, and let's make sure now that this penalty can calm everything down again and just get the structures back into play. KES have gone forward now, and that ball has gone into touch. KES line out. And Jared Smith will be the man, I believe, to throw it in. Trying to get to identify these young boys with no numbers from both sides. Scrum being called. And it could be from a knock forward. Referee didn't take it 15, so it doesn't look like it was a line-out infringement. It looks like it was the knock-in from the KES drive, which will give number 9 from Paarl, Hugo van Zyl, the opportunity to put the ball in. Back to the short arm with boys not listening. Referee says play on. A long pass from Van der Merwe, but again soft fingertips by Paarl's back line to knock it forward. KES have the advantage. Does control the tackle. He's put him down to ground again, but referee has to go back for the offside infringements he's called from the knock-on advantage when KES were trying to be constructive, and Paarl Boys had encroached from that knock-on advantage. This is Wise going to the corner. And KES now entering into that 22 of Paarl Boys invitation. Got to win this line out, boys, and that is the call that I make for KES. They've got to make sure that they secure this. There's a bit of a breeze, so good call. Always safe call is to number 2, and just see if you can get him up quickly. No, they haven't, and it's gone over the top. And Paarl Boys invitation have gone outside their 22 now, taking a lot of pressure off. And this will surely go back to Van der Merwe to put them into touch. It is a good call to be taken back, yes, and to be taken back because, as you heard, Paarl Boys had crossed the advantage line by that drive over the line out, and then the ball was passed well back into the 22 where it was kicked directly into touch. That means the line out must be given now from where that kick took place, and referee has got that spot on and it's taken the boys back for a KES attacking play. Struggling to see who's down at the present moment. It was the young Paarl man who I believe took the ball from the overthrow and the line out, but getting a pat on the back from a KES man there and gives a thumbs up to coach coming on and says, "Sir, I'm not going off this field. I just had a bit of a bump there. Looks like a bit of a ankle and I'm fine, sir." And that's always exciting to see when these young men are determined to carry on playing. No one's going to take them off their game that they love so much. But KES won this, and untidy line out, but can they recycle? Looks like Paarl have turned this over. Yes, they have. And Hugo van Zyl gets that ball out and tries again. Van der Merwe waiting patiently, taking it on blind. That's not a bad option, but it could have gone deeper. But well counter-attacking from KES with a forward call there.
Lyle, roep it daar, it's under pressure. Call it, swing it.
Van der Merwe did look at the blindside option. I enjoy where he's trying to find something, create something from nothing, and that blindside option is always left untested in so many moments during a game, and trying to take the pressure off from charge down. He said, let me take the blindside. But again, a call too early engage, and KES have the tap penalty. KES are starting to sniff that they can get closer and they can score from this. So, and KES over the ball. There we go. KES go through the gap. Can you be an offload? Very good hands, and that could be a score. Just short of the try line now. That has been held up, and Paarl boys under the attacking pressure now. KES have realised that they can actually take this game to Paarl boys as well, and are now starting to, in the last few minutes, put this attacking play into play. The attacking phases are definitely working. Some determined running there. Well done to KES. It is the KES ball. I was just about to say they were held up, and so ball has been handed back to the KES scrum half, and that looks like Jordan Clark. He's also had he's been interesting. He's been interesting, and he's actually looked for opportunities. So Jordan Clark now, he's the man to put it in. Can KES hold their own? Penalty. What is the call? Jordan Clark deserves it's a call to go quickly, or should it be the 3 points and get some points on the go? Through the hands. Up they go. KES still on the attack. Through the hands now. Well done, KES, and that's a good defence from Paarl Boys Invitational. 1 for 1 here. 1 for 1 is the call. These men are not giving any inches here. KES going forward. Paarl will give it back. Turnover ball. What are they calling now? Referee is going to. What are they going to call? Are they going to take a tap or take the 3 points, or take the tap? It is. Jordan Clark is there. It's time to actually make it happen. You need numbers to the breakdown. Paarl boys are holding him up. Is that going to be collapse more? Referee says no, he can see the ball back. Well, that's about the 3rd or 4th penalty. KES are rushing everyone. Should they not slow down and actually get some structures, get some numbers in play, get their team behind each other? They've definitely had the opportunity to score.
Discipline, boys.
And with that very quick tap penalty off the mark, and I think a slight knock there, that has given the advantage back to Paarl Boys High. That quickness, individual thinking at times can cost the team. And unlucky to that young man, it would have worked if he had some support players with him, but it's turnover, not taking it from the mark. But KES still putting them in under pressure, and from the blue and white boys and from Paarl Boys High. Have they got to find their fly half in Van der Merwe? Yes, they have. He's got to give himself some distance, which he does. And he's given that a good 60-meter kick downfield. Close the space, and let's hope that that's reached the touchline. Otherwise, it could be very attacking for Paarl. KES have actually turned that ball over and have actually won a penalty because referee Erasmus deems that Paarl boys are sealing that off at the ruck time there. And constructive play. And scrum off Jordan Clark now. He's decided, no, 5th time round, we're going down the touchline. And he's going 10 metres with that kick. But now, KES have got to make sure they secure their line-out play so that they can drive from that and be constructive off that. So, important task now for Jared Smith and the hooker from KES to make sure him and his team secure this line-out. And they've done that. Off the top again and flat ball. Very close hands there. Okay, it is half time now. Is it a 3-pointer? And almost pleading with the KES side to actually have a look at it. But these young men are saying we want more. Jordan Clark's calling, and the calling is this going to be a tap and go? Because this young side, they believe that they are going to get through. And good for them if it's positive. It's going to the touch line, and I hope that's not in goal. It has gone in goal, so opportunities have been there for KES, and they are wasting those chances, to put it politely. And I've always said, and I say it again, remember, look at the time on the clock. 3 points is half a try, and it would be nice to take 3 points into the halftime talk with you. But anyway, these young men are giving of their best efforts and really trying to be positive, and we've enjoyed an exciting first half here. So well done to Paarl Boys High, that's the invitational side, who are leading 14-0 against the KES Invitational.
Journey to green and speak to Vessel and his team. They get look at work. Bruno providing significant background hospitality, teaching development and merchandise, not to mention the sponsors UNICEF, EVA Travel, Impact, MySport CV, and Living All. And also let's express our gratitude to the first team kids sponsors, Steelox SA, iTech, and Thompson's Security. We do have a Man of the Match award for each one of our matches, and a player of the match for the net and the hockey. And all of those provided by the very kind folks from MySport CV. And they do a wonderful job as well. We're not certain about what MySport CV does. It allows high school recruiters to view your MySport CV, upload and update your sports assessment results, and your rugby highlights with videos, pictures, references, and timelines. You will see great benefits from successful referrals. Ensure MySport CV.
Ladies and gentlemen, and school supporters, wherever you are around the country, I know there will be many KES boys and Paarl boys watching, or could be watching, live streaming of this game from around the country, and I'm sure you are proud of your invitation teams here at the Standard Bank Heronbridge College Rugby Festival. The first time out that the school is hosting such a festival, where 16 rugby sides and netball sides and hockey sides are here present. But if you're one of those spectators around the country, it's time that you actually start turning up the cheering volume and the supporting volume. We'll hear you from a long way off. These young men will thrive on your spirit that you used to show at school, and also used to show that you show as parent and family supporters. So let's turn it up in the lounge as well and get behind your team.
Up to 50% savings, reduce your current usage and do more control, and then energize up to 100% savings on security. Implement renewable energy sources and storage. Solar is the energy of the future. Journey to green.
So I see that we're down for just under 2 minutes before this game gets underway again, and really is great to be here and to be part of this and contribute towards the success of this first festival. My name is Barry Wilson. Now here commentating, been invited to commentate, and also exciting times for me as I sit down here and give back to the game of rugby, which we all so love. So great for our country, and to see all our schoolboys and getting back onto those training fields and the early start to the season. And very exciting to see our Currie Cup in action and the United Rugby Championships taking off, and our South African teams really giving of their very best as well. So South African Springbok rugby fever is starting to hit the country, and so good to see spectators around the field again. It just brings back the whole atmosphere. So let's enjoy it, ladies and gentlemen, and let's make the most of it. And if you are coming across this weekend, please do so. It'd be lovely to have you here with us as well. If you're too far away, just keep on with the link, and we will bring the game to you and try and get you as involved to support your son or your team as they do battle here at the Standard Bank Heron Bridge Festival. Referee has called for the start of the second half. Right, I'm very, very lucky today to be joined here by 3 young students here from Heron Bridge College, and I'm going to introduce them. So just as the rugby starts, just enjoy the sideline because I've got 3 young pupils here. Your name is?
My name is Inga Ngagani.
And Inga, what grade are you in?
I'm in grade 5.
Now, I'm going to introduce the next friend there. Don't go away, Inga. I'll come back to you. Your name, tell us who you are and what grade you are.
My name is Omalemo Boykuto, and I'm in grade 5.
And your friend here joining us, standing very proudly with his Nike cap on.
My name is Gwena, and I'm in grade 5.
Right, so we got the grade 5 children with us here. Now, I see you proudly wearing your Heron Bridge uniform. And what can you tell me about this festival? I mean, you've been getting this festival ready for some time now. Who would like to answer that question? Right, back to you, sir.
I'm very thankful that our school has made a festival for about 24 schools and 800 kids. I thank all the schools that have come to Heron Bridge to play for their school and competing in this very fun festival.
That is such a great answer, and I hope all the families at home have heard that. But your friend wants to add to that.
So Heron Bridge is a wonderful school, and the fact that many schools have come here to play here is a wonderful fact, and that all these schools are very talented, and that I hope that everyone has a wonderful time.
Well, this is a school day, and I'm going to ask our good man over here, what lesson should you be in now?
We should be probably in maths.
This is mathematics. You've got to add up the points on the rugby field. So that you're doing maths and you should be allowed to watch a game. What's your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is probably maths because I just love adding up numbers. I think that it's going to help me during life. And yeah.
Are any of you rugby players here?
I'm the rugby player in the school. I really like rugby. I've been playing since I was in grade 1. Rugby's helped me a lot during my life, and I really love the sport.
Got to ask you, young lady, what game do you?
So I was thinking, I don't really play much, but I was thinking I could maybe join hockey, because hockey it looks like a very interesting sport. Well, I was planning to go to drama, but because I made a production, and then I also did guitar for quite a while.
Oh, that's great. Young folk, I'm going to have to get back to this game because as you can hear, it's getting very exciting. But your answers were magnificent, and Heron Bridge can be very, very proud of your contribution. So come and visit me again, bring more friends, and who knows, maybe we'll get you back on air. But go home today and say, I spoke to people around the country, and you did so well. So I'm very, very proud of you. Thank you for visiting me. It gave me a gap. See you just now. Thank you. Back to the rugby. Right, folk, I want to apologise for that. I'll only congratulate. There were 3 young grade 5 students from Heron Bridge College who are all standing here as a class behind me, and just wanted to express their satisfaction, enjoyment, appreciation to the country and to all the teams that have come here to visit their school. Back to the rugby as we see KES on attack here. and that is Jared Smith getting that ball in. It's over the top, but they have secured. It's gone past the 15, across the advantage line, and Jordan Clark, is he going to get this ball back? Yes, he does. KES have definitely picked up their tail here, and that seemed to have gone backwards. Once again, KES lining up. Paarl Boys standing tall. The Paarl Boys Invitational team. Off their feet, I think that's what the call is, and that is correct. And sometimes that overexcitement when you're getting so close and you can just see the heartbeat beating a little faster as you get close to that try line, and then you forget the laws of the game. Stay on your feet at that arriving player time. Unlucky there, boys, from KES, but well defended Paarl Boys Invitation. And Ruben van der Merwe, he gets that ball safely into touch. Like the confidence that this young man has shown today, he's shown that he's in command of the game and that he's also reads his opportunities well, taking the pressure off. And now we move on to Daniel Kuchlenberg, I hope, to get this ball in. Daniel Kuchlenberg. Paarl Boys win that well. Once again brought to ground and straight out to the scrum off, and turnover ball was, opportunity was there, but KES driving through. Can't play it there, young man. Paarl Boys now in numbers, crossing that advantage line. This is really starting to become, I'll give you one and you take one from me, I'll give it back. And they're standing tall in the middle of the ring here, and there's a fantastic break. Pace is on here. And a well-deserved try, just determined running. So punch that came from the big men in the middle of the field, and then the ball was given the opportunity to fly it wide. And fly we did see when it went out to, I believe, Matthew Levens. And has that man got wheels? Ferrari wheels in action there as he put his ears back and he said, give me that ball. I'm going to give you 5 points at least. And under the poles it went. So great running out wide from Paarl Boys Invitation.
Medic!
Ruben van der Merwe adds the 7 points, and that's been a long time coming. Paarl Boys went well up in the first minutes of the game, if you remember, from the charge down, and they've been stuck on their 14-0 for a while, and now have come back to make it 21-0 to the boys in blue, black and white.
So the trying score being
and put into touch, but that was good running from the Paarl Boys team. They had 5 meter spaces to work soft hands through, and they did just that, straightening up each time, and then just unfortunately that toe went into touch. Don't become despondent, kids. You've been in the game especially, and that good try from Mr. Levens. Get back into the game. Over the top it goes, and but still regathered. Out it goes from Clark. But who needs it? Van der Merwe finds it from Paarl Boys. And he's now dribbling it on in true Ronaldo style. And he's made it possible for his teammate to go diving through onto the ball and score under the pole. So opportunist times again for Paarl Boys Invitation, but when opportunity comes knocking, you take it. That's why it's an opportunity. Make the most of it. This time round it's 7 points. And the last 2 minutes, 14 points added on to the score, taking it to 28-0. So good running there from Ruben van der Merwe. Hein Willem Rebets there, the number 13 centre, scoring there, following up from Ruben van der Merwe's kick through. And yeah, supporting his fly half there, Hein Willem van Roberts scoring that try for Paarl Boys Invitation. So 28-0 to the Paarl Boys in High Invitation. And let's get behind KES here now, who really want to get back into this game. Deep and flat, out to Van der Merwe, out to, I believe, is Lyle Arenser. And that's been into space, so that bounce of the ball, but the referee says in front of the kicker there. So here is an opportunity now for KES to put some points on the board. Right, where are we going with this now? And it is correctly so to the corner flag. And that is a very good kick. So this is a line out that KES desperately have to win. And get somebody to the front of that line out. Just get him up, get it into his hands. They've done that, but unfortunately for them, not high enough as Paarl Boys steal that one off them. Good running from the young man, but rolling will be the call. Did so well, he ran with aggression, took it up, gained the meterage, but went to ground and rolled too many times, so preventing KES from getting their hands on that ball. What is the call here now? .28 should be the score. And 28 to Paarl Boys High Invitational. Now KES need to win this line out. That's all. It's been over the top or robbed if it's too low at the front. So come on, boys. Secure a line out here, and this could be points for you on the board. Well taken. Off the top of the line out. Now the advantage line is flat. It's a flat ball. They've got to get their numbers. They've done just that. Jordan Clark getting the ball out. You need to run with him, though. He can't go on his own. Ball out again. It's got to be a quick ball. It is just that. Good off both feet. Can KES get there in numbers and get this ball out? They've got numbers wide. It's pick and go time. There, it's pick and go. Recycle is important here. Got to roll away. Big man's going through. He's over the line out. Good turn. Good turn to get that ball back. That came through. Referee has got that from the side. And there is big call out there. There's big excitement. It's got to be controlled though. What a wonderful controlled tackle. And referee saying that ball not coming out, but full credit to Paarl Boys on that defensive tackle there. KES had their moments. Just keep it together, keep as a unit. That always adds more power than the individual at break time, at penalty time. So here is the scrum. Let's see if we've got left and right attacking options. 42 minutes into the game. And Jordan Clark. Jordan Clark is the man to feed here for KES. There's replacement in the front row. And is that in Joseph Antuani going on? Or having a look at that, sorry, my pot. Let's have a look at that. Early in. We definitely heard that. I'm sure if you are sitting at home, you had to turn your speakers down because these young grade 5 class children have definitely let you know that we're at the Standard Bank Heron Bridge Rugby Festival. Well done to these young ladies and gentlemen behind me who are here supporting the rugby festival. Well, early engagement by KES, and referee had given enough short arms and he said it's time for me to go to straight arm there, and that's why he went to the penalty for early engagement. An opportunity that KES desperately needed. They had the chance to score then. Paarl boys high now. Are they going to get themselves out of their half? They've been under pressure for the last few minutes. That's dangerous, a tap off the top. But referee says that the 10 meters had been encroached. The back line had advanced too quickly, and he's taken the line out up 10 meters because the advancing back line had advanced whilst the ball was still to be thrown in. Well picked up by referee Erasmus. And Ruben van der Merwe to add his touch of another 35 meters to take the game now well into the KES half. We're halfway between their 22 and 10 meter line.
Andries.
Secure ball, boys. Off again. Flat ball is given. And there's some determined running here. That's a good 25-30 meters. Was that the number 8, Cody Adonis? But great stealing of the ball there from KES. Got to get numbers around that, or are Paarl going to turn it back again? Referee's got his hand out and he says, KES boys, roll away please once you've made that great tackle, which is the offence, and referee is standing firm on that. Consistency throughout the game. Roll away. Touchline's got to be reached, yeah? Great effort, and that is a magnificent kick from the KES young man from KES. And that really takes it from the 10, halfway between the 10 meter line and the KES half, and they're 22 to exactly the same position in the Paarl boys half. The line out's one, but it's off the top again. And the advancing defense patterns are very quick from Paarl boys high. Invitation, but KES are regrouping. You need numbers now. Stay on your feet. Correct call, Mr. Referee, I believe, if he's given that to KES. Into touch. And referee's going back. And let's see if it was diving off your feet. He's calling, it's been called as high tackle. So penalty infringement on the mark there. And that is again taking KES right forward into an attacking option. Now this young KES side definitely need an opportunity to go and put some points on the board here. Slow it down, think carefully, all stay focused. Paarl boys, stand tall like you have been on your defense. They've won it. Quick ball again. Crossing the advantage line, but we need numbers there, KES, which they've got. Jordan Clark sings it out wide. Ruben Fenter again reading it magnificently. He's going to have to run because the KES man is behind him, and he's just simply said, it's time for me to just change gear and drop it into Van der Merwe 5th gear. And he's done just that. Now that is heartbreaking as well, especially when you've worked so hard to get out of your half against a side that's been putting you under pressure in your own half, and then you get down there and you have the lost ball turnover and it goes through your own hands for the intercept. But well read, give credit to Mr. Van der Merwe for his reading of the game, standing out wide, knowing that the long pass will be coming. 48 minutes into this game. I'm sure that Mr. Van der Merwe will add, Ruben will be adding 2 points to this. You can see those shoulders breathing deeply. He's had to run a good 60 meters. Sure, that won't affect his conversion. It definitely doesn't. And he adds 2 more to make it 35 points to Paarl Boys Invitation. KES yet to get on the scoreboard, but there have been those 2 tries that have been intercept tries as well, and a little heartbreaking for them because they have had their moments, and I think it only at times have cost themselves an opportunity to score. Let's see where this goes. It's a nice hanging kick. There's opportunity. It's soft hands. And someone's got to straighten. Oh, that's a good kick. That's good vision from the Paarl Boys left wing. And good to see him using his left foot to bring it back inside. And a good steal. Could have gone on the advantage. But referee Erasmus wants it slowed down and says, come back, please. Even though you won the ball, I want to blow what I saw first and not releasing, and Ruben van der Merwe will definitely put this further forward into touch. Had a good game, this young man.
Come on, Chiefs. Ons het goeie play.
And as predicted, he's put that another 40 meters down, and now it's the turn of Paarl Boys Heart to turn this into an attacking option. They got to slow their structure down, win their line out here, and I'm sure that would be taken over the white line. But KES have stood tall throughout the game as well, even though the scoreboard reads high. Here comes the set piece that was being called for. Drive it up, you've got the weight, regroup KES, and there is the heavyweight of Paarl Boys High taking them forward. That came from that set piece that we were calling for. Win your lineouts, get everybody behind the ball, drive it forward, and when you've gone your 5 meters, you've got 7 points waiting for you. Well, I say that in confidence because Ruben van Heerden has been kicking exceptionally well, Van der Merwe, and I'm sure he's going to be slotting this one as well. Remember, he's got one over from the touchline. The score being now 40 points to 0 with a conversion to come of 2 points. So let's see if Ruben adds that. Well, wherever his family are watching, if they're here or watching from home, I'm sure that they are saying that their young man has got this to cover that crossbar right over the coloured line in the middle of the pole. Let's see if Ruben does that for them. Well, you can't get closer than that. Just on the outside of the left upright, and good efforts keeps the score at 40-0.
Big chase.
Right kickoff from KES, and that's gone into space again and has found grass. And KES are closing the space down on the 22. Is that diving in again? Staying on your feet, gentlemen. That's correct. Yeah. There is the call. So many times that does get overlooked. I know it's frustrating because it's stop-start play, but you've got to be positive on your feet and you can't go spoiling it for attacking play. KES go to the corner. Can they repeat exactly what Paarl Boys have just done? Win your line out, drive it forward, and celebrate with your 5 points. But win that line out, KES. That's important. So they've gone to a shortened version of the line out. Paarl Boys have tapped it back onto their side. And they're taking it up. But he's got to go to ground, or otherwise it'll be collapsed more. And referee's calling more situation. Ball's out. Regrouping's good. Confidence shown by the Paarl Boys Invitation. They are 40 points up and they're determined to run it from here, which is exciting, and that's what we are to see. And this deserves points. Courageous tackle needed. It is. And well done to KES men on getting back for that tackle and the young fullback making it as well. So turnover ball. Courageous defense from KES. Taking it forward. Good tackle. What a lovely tackle. Low down deserves the advantage. And that tackle has gone unnoticed and deserves more credit. Low down, hard, and was determined to make that man come down with man and ball, which he did, and got the turnover for his team, Paarl boys. And was that Devault Skippers? I hope stand to be corrected. I think it's the replacement Lucid Prop that made that tackle as well. Scrum has wheel, but ball is out, and let's see where this is going. It's the loop for the flat ball again, and here's turnover ball for KES now from the knock-on. Jordan Clark onto the boot. The referee says play on, and nothing wrong, came from an onside position, and the charge down. That's 21 points that have been scored for the 2 intercept tries and the charge down, and full credit to Paarl Boys Harv for being awake on those opportunities and reading the intercepts and reading the charge down to add 21 points. It is demoralizing and heartbreaking for KES, who had their chances there and then realized that those 3 opportunities have cost them points. Big points too, 21 points. We call on the KES boys to come back with 55 minutes gone, so they've got about 4 minutes left, and we would really like to see them score some points onto their scoreboard. But an impressive display by Paarl Boys Heart Invitation. Van der Merwe lines up again. We just wait for Van der Merwe to come forward. And as expected, through the poles again.
Van der Merwe at the extra bench. It's 47 points now to make.
Right, we've got 2-3 minutes now that we've actually got to motivate our KES boys here to get some points on the board. So let's see from their kickoff. And it's a deep kick and well taken again, and that's the way to play the game. Put it back in the half, and now KES have to run from there to actually get some points that they so desperately need at the moment. Referee calling to leave the ball alone, which Paarl boys have done. And there's the interception again. Regroup time, ball gone into touch. And this is really, as much as the score seems one-sided, and when it well-deserved victory to Paarl Boys Hard, has been an entertaining game, and credit to both schools, well-known schools, for the spirit and also for the positivity that they have tried to show throughout these games. So well done, boys. Right, KES crossed that advantage line again from winning that line out. Being consistent in his calls, off the feet again at ruck time. Drive through, stay on your feet and drive through. It's a skill that's got to be practiced. You can't go diving down. And now you've got numbers out wide. You've got them on, but you're going all the way. You need to offload, and it's beautifully done. But well tackled by Paarl boys. KES need some more numbers there. They've done just that. That out wide it goes. And there's determined running. And that's a deserved try. Consolation it is maybe, but it's well deserved. It's always nice for a team to walk away with some points on the board. And in the dying stages of the game, KES have done just that.
Less than 90 seconds on the board. KES has finally
Some broken play there, but well done to Paarl Boys High. There's also for their efforts there to keep KES out and keep the scoreboard at 0, but KES did find that little crack at the end there where they could dive over in the corner field. Could this be the last kick of the match? Because we are now into that final minute and we're waiting for the tee. So he's going to drop kick it because I believe he wants to get on with the game. He's going to go for the drop. And a good call in the spirit of the game because we want to see one more phase. And rather than wait for the tee, it's not going to have any direct effect on the game. Let's rather see another kickoff and let's see some more rugby from these two great teams. Paarl have got the incentive. Are they trying to get the 5-0 figure on their scorebook? And can KES actually double their points with make it 10-0? It's a kick that has landed and gone into touch. By the look of things from here, it did bounce. So I don't know what the debate is. And it has gone 10. And referee says into touch, and that's enough for today. So ladies and gentlemen, and scholars from around the country at the respective schools, and well, old boys who are supporting, we hope that you've enjoyed cheering on your two teams, namely KES Invitational and Paarl Boys High Invitational, with Paarl Boys High being dominant in the 47-5 points victory. And well done to both sides for the concerted efforts there in playing positively right throughout the full time of the game. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me, Barry Wilson here, and I've really enjoyed being able to congratulate and enjoy the spirit of all these players on the field and the two schools. Hope you've enjoyed it just as much, and we look forward to congratulating your members again on Saturday and Monday in the next two rounds that lie ahead. Not even a debate, as you can hear from the sideline commentary, as well as that the man of the match is Paarl Boys number 10, Ruben van der Merwe. Scored tries as well as converted the tries of his teammates. So he definitely deserves that honour. Well played to young Ruben van der Merwe. Once again, this is great to see where, irrespective of what jersey you're wearing, it's the young men standing side by side and cheering each other off the field, and true rugby spirit. And I'm sure many of us that have played the game, and many of you have played, enjoyed this atmosphere as well. Nothing like a game of rugby to just say well played to each other.
Then for the next 3 to 4 minutes also,